And we're on. And we're gonna have an ace match that's pretty acey.
Yep, it's pretty acey. GoSu sending out their Korean pro, who's actually in Korea now, I do believe. We actually saw Hwang-Sen play yesterday, and he was showing some amazing performance. We'll talk more about that when we get into the game. It looks like the players are ready, and Quest says you die now, so that's big words for such a little man. All right, let's do this. GLHF.
But yeah, Hwang-Sen showing some really impressive PVT yesterday, and he is in Korea. Last I checked, he was top 15 in Korean Grandmasters, and he's been doing really, really well. He qualified for NASL finals. You know, he's been improving a lot, and we saw him take more than 2 bases yesterday as well.
Yep, and I would just like to say that we saw him beat yesterday. He beat Complexity QXC, Complexity Druby, and Complexity Trimaster back to back to back to actually eliminate Complexity from this team tournament. And, you know, that doesn't take anything away from Complexity. They're great players, such as Complexity CatZ, who I am casting with. But that really shows the strength of Hwang-Sen's Protoss versus Terran. And with that, he's going up against Rice, which is the last hope for Team LighT.
Well, they're both the last hopes.
Oh, that's true. You're right. This is the last match. Never mind. Take it back. Both players are the last hope. It's all on the line here then.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a sick game. Who do you think this map favors in a TVP, Jake?
I don't know. I think it looks like it's an okay Terran map. I don't really know what you look for in a Protoss versus Terran. Like, as the Protoss, I'm not sure what would make a map great. I know that you know, Xel'Naga is a good Protoss versus Terran map, in my opinion, because it's hard for them just to take like a 1-rack fast expand or something, due to how wide open their natural expansion is. But this looks pretty enclosed. It looks like it's easy to take a quick expansion. I'm expecting actually a 1-rack no gas expand from Rice. And, you know, yesterday we actually saw Hwang-Sen go Nexus first a lot, but this game he decided to go Gateway Gas.
Def. And, you know, this map, I feel like it's going to play towards Hwang-Sen's style a little bit. We saw him place proxy pylons everywhere last time.
Yep.
On a map this big, that's going to favor him, because it's not a thing that's amazing or super hard to do, but it's a thing that not a lot of players do as well as Hwang-Sen. So, you know, it just makes it so that the other players are going to get caught off guard. But in general, I feel like this is probably a turn map for TVP. And I feel like if it goes to a late game, the battles should favor Terran. There aren't many chokes. Force fields are not going to be very effective. The Terran should have the option to split his army nicely. There's little cliffs there in the middle where Vikings can probably shoot at Colossi without taking too much damage. Yeah, I feel like this is probably a turn map in the late game.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely could see that. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see. Both players obviously going to bring out their strong build orders. Looks like 2 gases from Hwang-Sen. Now, usually that doesn't mean we're going to go straight into a fast expansion. Usually that means maybe a 3-gate expand, or even some kind of tech type build like a Stargate or something.
Yeah, I would love to see something like a Stargate or even some sort of Blink Stalker opener. And I love it.
Opening.
Oh wow. Well, I wouldn't mind War Prism. What do you think? War Prism? Are we gonna see War Prism, Jake?
I mean, it's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I'm not really sure what he's planning on leading this into, or if he's just playing really safe. I know players like Liquid Tyler or Noni, aka, loves to do builds like this because it's just safe versus everything Terran could do, and then they just expand afterward. But in my opinion, it doesn't really give you like a good advantage, and it seems like you're usually behind doing builds like that a lot of the time. So maybe he's going to do a Warp Prism, maybe he just wants to go for that fast Observer. Time is going to tell. I'm expecting Observer right off the bat, but I don't see anything as of yet. Rice has a Tech Lab just finishing on one of his racks. He is now up to 3 racks. Floating over his expansion. No expansion started for Hwangsen. Actually, nothing has been... War Prism, yep. It's got to be some kind of shenanigan. Robotics Bay are also started as well.
Oh, wow. Is he going to do a Colossus drop?
Surely not. But this is going to be a one-base play, so... remember how yesterday...
Is there a War Prism speed? It's in the Robotics Bay, right?
Well, it is, but I haven't seen that in a long time.
How sexy would that be, though?
Well, if it worked, it would be really sexy, but what if it just like ran into Marines and died?
I would still think it's sexy.
Yeah, the first Colossus is on the way. I don't think we're going to see your sexy build.
Well, I would award the win to Hwangsen. As a
regardless?
Regardless.
Oh, okay. So it's like whoever wins the game or has the best build order.
Yeah, the sexiest build order.
It's like there's a clause in there.
Yep, yeah, and look, the War Prism hasn't moved yet. He just put it out of range of any scan of any sort. So, you know what, Jake?
Yeah, it's going to be a Colossi drop.
Uh-oh. How am I so good at calling this stuff? And let's see, can he please upgrade gravitic boosters? No, gravitic drive. Gravitic drive. Oh, he was trying to go down the...
Yeah,
thing. He couldn't.
It's actually not a walking path.
Yeah, poor Colossus.
Yeah, I'm really confused now. I don't know what's
going on. Confused. Yeah, did he forget about the War Prism? Did he just get it just because?
Yeah, maybe it's like a glorified observer later on.
Perhaps he could have scouted with it already.
Now he's bringing it along. I don't know what he's doing. It just looks like a one-base timing attack. Did he build a Warp Prism? Maybe he doesn't want to have to build a proxy pylon anywhere.
I'm super confused.
And that's what it looks like. He's actually bringing it with his army to keep adding units from the Warp Gate into his army. We have 4 gateways, a 4th gateway now coming up, so this is definitely going to be an all-in moment. We do have a starport that is getting finished, and he's about to swap it with the factory. He needs to do this quickly.
Yeah, this could be big, man. There's no thermal lance to speak of.
Oh wow, there is no thermal lance. You're right.
Yeah, and there's bunkers everywhere. I don't know. This looks good for Kauai, but it's gonna come down to Hwangsen's control.
So he loaded up 3 sentries and a zealot. I'm not sure where he's going with this. Is he going to start killing the rocks? I mean, he knows what he's doing now. He is aware of this.
Kauai Rice did make 2 medevacs. I would have liked to start seeing Vikings. I feel like if he gets like 4 Vikings out, it's game over. Did he see the Colossi? He did. I mean, there's the first Viking.
Like you could just repair bunkers while just using your Vikings over top of to kind of pick off. Do have the Warp Prism now coming into the main, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think this
attention to everything. He's gonna take care of that Warp Prism right away, man.
Yeah,
it seems to be holding the front just fine as well. The lack of thermal lance, brother.
Great force fields though blocking the repair, where I thought it was a block, but SCVs are amazing. And there's not much left here for the Protoss. He lost all of his zealots and stuff, so there's really nothing to tank. There is no thermal lance, so it's hard for him to pick off units. And here's the Vikings we were talking about. Those Vikings are going to be pivotal to Kauai Rice's victory screen that he is seeking.
Oh, shizzle. I like how poetic that was.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, I mean, those force fields were pretty good, Jake, like you mentioned. I think like he used such small amounts of force fields as he just did again, because he doesn't have that many force fields available. And oh my god, this is close. Oh, the Colossus is gonna go down. What?
Yeah, and that is going to be game for sure. There's the GG. So wow, Kauai Rice does it for his team. He actually comes back and defeats GoSu in the last 2 sets, and that means Team LighT will be advancing. Yeah, so that was a pretty interesting build that we saw there from Hwangsen. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that? What do you think he was trying to accomplish, or what he wanted to happen? How did he visualize that game, CatZ?
I have not the slightest too. Okay? I feel like he played super risky, and really I don't know why. He played such good macro games yesterday. I feel like he should have been like, today he should have been like, dude, like I'm so invincible at PvT, you know?
Yeah, confidence
like,
should have definitely been up. Maybe he had
yeah.
a long night of gaming on Korean ladder and he lost to like Terrans all night or something.
Yeah, that's likely.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, Rice is also not as confident versus Protoss as some of his other matchups. So Hwangsen might have could have just played a straight up macro game and took him, but instead he decided to do a very unorthodox and kind of an all-in-ish build, and it just did not pay off. The attack did not do enough damage to set Rice behind, and Rice did get the victory screen. So hats off to him. And so that's going to do it for this clan war. LighT does take it 4-3. So we'll be back with more tournament NASTL matches coming up. So right after this commercial break, guys, stay tuned.